Yan! Kamusta mga ka-Project Pilipinas, mga ka-vloggers, mga ka-meta? Kamusta dyan?
Hello,
Ayan.
mga kapipi.
Mga ka-ano? Mga
Project Pilipinas.
ka-ano? Models of Manila, MOM. Ayan talaga mga MOM. Models of Manila. Kamusta ka na, bro? Mukhang busy-busy ka this week, ah.
Okay naman. Busy tayo kasi we set up dalawang channel. Di ba yung sa sports, tapos meron sa music din. So, tatlong channel ngayon sabay-sabay yung ina-handle natin. Kaya masaya.
Talagang
Masaya.
Empire
Busy
na
lang
to, ah.
talaga.
Empire of Manila. Big projects na tayo, bro. Now, obviously, there are a couple of big things that happened in the past week, no? Bago tayo pupunta doon sa pinakamahalaga, pinaka-historically relevant is of course yung 50th anniversary ng martial law. At I'm sure marami tayong pag-usapan dyan, including, dumaan ka kay, Enrile?
Doon sa old house ng mga Marcos. Yes. So, I spent the 50th anniversary ng martial law doon sa bahay nila sa San Juan. Pag-usapan natin later.
Ancient history. Ilang taon na ba yan? 5 million years. Okay. Bago tayo paleontology, right? And some of these things. Balikan muna natin itong first of all, sa court politics. Did you see it coming na Vic Rodriguez resigning, or at least for now, not being the little president anymore? Did you see this coming, bro?
Sa totoo lang, from the start, confused na eh. Yung dynamics nung dalawa eh. Kung gaano ba kalapit si Vic Rodriguez sa Pangulo, sino ba yung bongo ni PBBM?
Yeah.
Yun ang tanong dyan eh. Was it Vic? Was it Anton Lagdameo? Or is it, sino ba dyan yung pinaka-close talaga? And as it's unfolding ngayon, mukhang itong si Vic Rodriguez ang gustong maging bongo nga nitong si PBBM. Pero mukhang maraming may ayaw eh, maraming tumututol.
Right. I mean, remember, before there was a bongo, there was a June Vasco, right? That everyone thought will be the big guy under President Duterte, no? So siya yung more or less campaign manager, siya yung nag-oversee ng mga, essentially, I mean, June Vasco, based on the reports we have, was the only one who could shout down President Duterte during the campaign period and before. Pag medyo pasaway na si Pangulong Duterte, no? And we know that even at some really tricky situation, no? And remember, President Duterte said something about Hitler and all of that, na of course very tricky. Our understanding was June Vasco played an important role in convincing the president to right away go and apologize to our Jewish brothers and sisters, etc., because of some possible misunderstanding on some of the crazy things that he said again. Now, and yet, after 1 year, everyone's thinking June Vasco is the guy. Then there was the court politics and he got sidelined. Governor na ba siya ngayon? Remember, Gina Vasco also had plans of building a kind of bagong movement, no? Para talaga baguhin yung sistema in the name of Duterte and Dutertismo. All of that went out of the window. And that's where Bongo came in. And we saw how Bongo won the internal court politics, and more importantly, how indispensable he became to President Duterte. So that was always my question. Is this guy the Bongo or the June Vasco of this new president? Or wanted to be both of them at the same time, right? Critical during campaign, also as the president, right? So kind of a combo. And it looks like in an attempt to have both, he lost both, it seems. You like, at least, I mean,
we don't know pa.
Of course, there's always this
he's still in Malacanang.
He's still a secretary.
Chief of staff. Or I heard yata na aayusin lahat ni Bongbong once he gets home, diba? That's the time that he will fix everything na ano.
Gulo-gulo kasi.
Pero magulo talaga. And yung their allies are taking sides, diba? Merong mga even the vloggers, even the lahat parang pumipili.
Well, I have an idea sino ayaw kay Vic, right? I mean, we got to know it from some of the big vloggers and quote-unquote journalists.
Ito, the other day, yung in public na nagsuporta kay Vic is Mike Defensor.
Oh, right. Right. Interesting.
So meron siyang long post na si Vic Rodriguez was there from the very start. Nung VP race, nung kaso, si Vic ang nandoon. So he openly declared yung kanyang suporta kay Vic Rodriguez. And for sure, marami dyan na nakasuporta kay Vic, pero hindi lahat ay matapang to come out, to come out in the open.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair to Secretary Vic Rodriguez, I want to be fair. So we're just talking about the discussion, but I mean, he made it clear that this the reason maybe because he want to spend time more with his family, and then of course there's there's also this aspect na Vic Rodriguez, it's one thing to be the chief spokesman, etc. during campaign. Ibang usapan yung Game of Thrones after nanalo ka. Kasi sobrang big yung win, ang daming gusto maki-eksena dun sa appointments, dun sa mga spoils of war. Let's be honest about it. So mukhang medyo the pressure was very high on Vic Rodriguez. I want to be fair naman to Secretary Rodriguez also, no? And not to prejudge the situation. So I think he was also under extreme pressure to deal with itong mga competing faction eh. Bawat faction gusto ng ibang position, appointments. And I think nakita natin yung first tension nung lumabas na time na inakusa siya. Again, these are allegations that kay Pastrana ba yan or something like that na, that appointment was optimal, merit-based, blah, blah, blah. The accusations, again, allegations, no? And then you had the sugar import issue and the Senate minority released a report actually blaming him more than some of the USECs and top officials who were sacked or had to resign or had to or were made to resign for that matter based on things we're saying. So I don't know, yun lang. So ikaw, you're saying let's just chill lang tayo, baka pagbalik ni Bongbong kausapin niya lahat, baka ayusin niya lahat, he'll find a new balance. Unity nga, unity.
Sorry, I didn't hear, nag-choppy eh. Hindi ko narinig yung last.
Sa tingin mo Bongbong will come back and then siguro create unity again and kind of work it out, some sort of new equilibrium dun sa loob?
Ito kasi, I want to, matagal tayo hindi nakapag-usap eh. I want to know din kung ano yung mga naririnig mo eh. Kasi yung sa akin, ang naririnig ko, merong mga malalaking forces eh, na close sa Pangulo, ayaw talaga dito kay Vic. Tapos sila yung nagtutulong-tulong to pick him out, to put him out. And the thing is, the only reason na nandyan pa rin si Vic Rodriguez kasi baka gusto siya ni PBBM.
Yes.
Diba? Ayaw siyang mawala ni PBBM. Baka siya yung he's the one na diffusing. Parang he's the bad cop eh.
Yeah.
Gusto si PBBM, mukhang siya yung humaharap and para merong distance.
Yeah.
Just like what happened with before. Pero yun nga mabibigat eh yung naririnig ko na forces na ayaw dito kay talagang really close sa Pangulo. So, and matitingnan mo din sa mga vloggers eh, yung sa mga paano magkakalakas ng loob yung mga bigat na vloggers para tirahin si Vic on a halos daily basis para
some big support for them from somewhere, right? Parang yun yung
So so malaki yung ikaw ba what have you been hearing the situation dito kay Vic?
We have openly some of the big supporters of the president coming out accusing him of power grab, right? I think we had folks from you know what I'm talking about, like the accusation was and really apparently based on some reports again also came out, speaking of Enrile, about kind of an internal memo questioning yung pinupush ni Vic Rodriguez to have more powers, to vest in the yung
chief of staff, parang nilipat
powers,
parang lumipat siya ng pwesto tapos
and then
niya ng power yung pwesto na yon.
Siya yung para mag-sign doon ay parang siya rin mismo, you know what I'm saying? Parang siya mag-sign in behalf of the president, giving power to himself in a different office or something like that. So parang yan yung report, and the idea is even Enrile, who's the chief legal advisor and who has been there since the founding of the Philippine state, right? Ay parang sabi niya medyo unprecedented itong formal powers na binivest. And not to mention parang siya rin ang magsasign doon in behalf of the president, right? But I kind of agree also with you again, this is just one of the versions. I also agree with you that it looks like President Marcos is very comfortable with Vic Rodriguez. I think that comfort level at the fact na parang cordon sanitaire siya for the president, and he was very effective for the president ng panahon ng elections, parating taga-kalma, parating making sure he'll take the punches if there are attacks on Marcos on debate, blah blah blah. So I think PBBM has a soft spot probably for this person because of the very effective campaign they were able to run this year. But yun nga talagang bardagulan na yan. Once you're in power, ang daming mga position, daming resources, daming access points, no, that people will go for. And in case of Vic Rodriguez, to be fair to him, what was the highest position he held before? Barangay chairman, right? Right? So like in 1990s or something like that, right? So
hindi siya prepared doon sa ano eh.
Yeah,
I read this article
level, bro, Yeah, medyo next level.
Totoo. I read this article na sinabi ko din sa vlog ko na parang sinasabi doon na ito namang si Vic, kahit anong appointment niya, kahit ano yung pwesto siya, kahit anong power nung nakalagay sa kanya, it doesn't matter kung siya yung gatekeeper ni President Bongbong, he has all the power, di ba? Kahit wala siyang pwesto diyan or kahit anong ibigay mo na pwesto sa kanya diyan, kung lahat dadaan pa rin sa kanya, siya pa rin yung little president diyan. Siya pa rin yun yung ayaw mangyari. Ito meron akong chismis din.
Please go ahead. Yan ang
yung executive secretary na planong ipalit, ayaw niyang i-accept yung trabaho hanggat as long as Vic is still there.
Yeah. So parang
ganun narinig ko.
Figurine dyan. If the
para ceremonial
functional power kasi ang mahalaga, hindi formal power Kasi you may have all the formal power, but functionally, ano pa talagang pwede mong gawin? That's very important. So maybe that's why, kaya nga we're also watching kung yung proposed replacement, which is a former justice, right? If I'm not mistaken, how comfortable that person feels or if he will push forward at all. Basta alam natin na still Secretary si Vic Rodriguez, which I think reflects the fact that President BBM has high regards for him, right? And ito rin bro, I'm not sure it looks good on any administration that this early pa lang may someone as high profile as right goes through this process. Yun lang. So I think the optics matters to PBBM. Yeah, please go ahead.
It's really bad talaga. And ang ganda nung dun sa article din yun yung diyan mo makikita yung main difference between PBBM and Tatay Digong. Yun. Kasi nung kay Tatay Digong, yung mga circle niya, yung mga may takot. Takot sila 'Di ba? Awayan nila si Bongo. 'Di ba? We've seen what happens pag inaaway si Bongo, kung paano magalit si Tatay Digong. Kung how affected he is pag ganun Siya mismo yung, 'di ba? Siya mismo yung nakikipag-away. Hindi nga yung mga circle sa kanya, yung mga faction sa kanya, takot. May takot kay Tatay Digong. Dito kay President Bongbong, parang yun nga ang nabasa ko, parang medyo entitled pa Parang ganun pa lumalabas Parang hindi, dapat sa amin to, dapat sa ano natin to. O dapat ganun. Yun ang parang difference So kailangan, this is a good test for PBBM to show yung kanyang political will Kasi kung hahayaan niya yung mga faction to have their way with him, diba? So they will do that for the next 6 years. So pangit naman yun.
So he has to draw the line. Or the hammer should come down and for him to say, hey, I'm the boss. Show who's the boss move again.
Yun
So Vic Rodriguez is kind of an indicator what's going on also there. Because you're right, there are factions, powerful factions who want go straight to Bongbong maybe. They don't want to go through access point or through a gateway guy, right? And probably they don't have as high regard for him as the president. Yeah. So yun nga babalik pa lang siya from abroad. He has a lot to deal with and we're gonna watch this very carefully.
If you remember, Bongo nga noon, kahit sariling anak, dadaan kay Bongo Saan ka nakakita ng gano'n?
Yeah, next level yun. Yeah.
Kahit si Sarah. Next level, di ba?
You wonder what's going on.
So, yan.
Like, bakit ang close nila? What's going on? Now, speaking of the president, of course, the president was abroad when all of this was happening. What's the vlogger sphere discussion about the UN visit? Alam natin, of course, a big point was yung empty chairs, right?
Empty chairs.
Yeah, 95% now ang non-occupancy rate. So many made issue out of that. So is that really the main takeaway of the vlogosphere? Let me just call it that way. Ikaw, bro, can you tell me about it? Yeah.
Definitely from the opposition. Yun talaga ang main. Yung empty chairs, yun talaga yung sa pro naman, they're saying how smart Bongbong is. Kasi in fairness to him, magsalita, magaling naman siya magsalita and he looks really smart while talking ganun. Pero sa akin ginawan ko din to ng vlog kahapon. Ang una kong naramdaman noon sa speech niya sa UN is relief. Relief. Kasi we've been through 6 years of Tatay Digong na yung foreign policy natin really took a 180-degree turn na biglang kakampi na pala tayo ng China tsaka Russia tsaka nandun na pala tayo sa kabilang bakod parang it feels
minumura pa yung US, minumura sila, hindi
minumura pa yung US, minumura yung EU, di ba? Di ba yung UN, di ba? It feels comforting lang na at least medyo nag-back to normal tayo pagdating sa relationship natin with Western allies. Okay? Kasi yung sa ICC, I think that's just for Digong kaya inano din ni PBBM, that's to accommodate of course Tatay Digong and Pero if you parang inisa-isa ko din yung mga nandun sa speech niya climate change. So he's a believer in climate kahit pinasya na to si Greta Thunberg. Pero yun sa climate change tapos yung adapting to technology.
Wait lang,
binash si Bongbong ni Greta.
Ano sinabi
Greta Thunberg?
Sorry, hindi ko nakita yan.
Na you cannot achieve climate justice if you're a fascist. Parang ganon.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Si
Greta aspect. Really? Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
So fascist ang tawag ni Greta.
So, yun din yung isang ng opposition. Ano yan?
How did I miss that? Greta? Really? Yeah. Okay. So sobrang focus ko doon
sa she sympathized with the martial law victims and
yeah, of course.
Yun. So kagabi lang din lumabas yun.
Yeah, I'm checking it now, no. Wow. So si Greta
tapos ito pa doon sa speech ni BBM, he even said Ano
sinabi ni PBBM? May response pa si PBBM? Yeah, sorry, I'm just checking the transcription. Pina-on ko yung transcription dito sa interview na. Yeah. So may transcription na tayo.
Yeah. He even included doon sa speech niya. Doon ako medyo nagulat din. He was saying na itong artificial intelligence, itong bagong technology will replace yung mga jobs that we know. So kailangan there needs to be safety nets. Parang Andrew Yang Parang ganun.
Yeah. So universal basic income ganyan naman.
Yeah, may mga ganun may mga ganung parang tema doon sa which kung kung ititingnan mo doon sa American politics, more on doon sa Democrat Party side So mas align siya doon talaga sa
yung sinabi ni Marcos.
That's
Kasi diba, kung sino nagsulat ng speech na yan, let's be a little bit more specific.
Yeah.
Na binasa ni Marcos. Okay, yeah, you were saying.
Yun. So yun yung isa sa napansin ko. And the other one na nag-trending sa akin na video nung isang araw, yung nung binalita ko nakasama niya yung mga top oligarchs, the billionaires, yung mga Forbes 20, top 20 ng bansa. Sinama niya lahat sa US. Parang ang lakas lang ng dating, di ba? Lalo na
and of course, Speaker of the House, Romualdez, isa pang ambassador natin sa US, right?
Sandro.
Yeah.
Isang Romualdez,
Sandro, of course. Wow. Yeah, that was like
Marcos are back, di ba?
And they're back in style, as Amy wants to put it.
But and Irene, don't forget Irene.
Oh yeah.
She sa funeral of Queen Elizabeth, di ba?
And Irene is the
rampa siya doon.
Irene is the least.
Yes.
She's the most acceptable. Si Ella Cruz ba yan? But not Ella Cruz.
Yun, si Chismis.
But not Ella Cruz.
Kasi
by Ella Cruz, nag-all TV, ang dami nag-react. Di ba meron siya? Thinking of Ella Cruz, bro. Sorry for this tangential entry. Pero Anong basa mo sa
Sige.
All TV? Kasi this week din nangyari yan, di ba? Sana All
Oh,
TV.
may opinion din ako diyan. May
Sige,
opinion
go,
din ako
go.
diyan.
Doon na tayo kay Sana All TV. Mamaya na si BBM.
Oo.
Ano
Pero
na?
it's good din It's good din para ito for the people on the opposition side.
Yeah, please. Nakinig
Hindi
kayo
ko
dyan.
parang hindi ko alam kung sinasadya na ng All TV to create
Naiasar
things
sila.
na ikakabash siya kanila para
To
pag-usapan.
get,
Oh,
engagement.
parang dumadalas engagement
Yeah,
'Di ba? Yung crappy na sound system, tapos maski yung magazine
Hindi
cover
ko
na
alam yung ano dyan. Speaking of All TV, ano bang ano dyan? Pero may press con naman siya. Anong pangalan niya? Si Willie na dinefend
Willie.
niya, di ba? Na nagmana naman talaga siya. So, I'm not sure about your conspiracy theory na nagpabash lang sila. Kasi sobrang defensive si Willie Boy.
Pwedeng strategy nila. So,
Ay, nako,
ewan ko,
conspiracy
tingnan natin.
Sige lang sige lang.
Pero ako, I am saying this since we're talking about All TV,
Sige lang.
it's really smart business move para sa mga bilyar, yung All TV.
Business lang ba? Or
The business and politics pala. Business move. Imagine, 2028, pag hinog na si, let's say, Mark Villar. So you have a whole army na.
Yeah.
Sila Tony Gonzaga, sila Tunin, sila Willie Red. So you have your all army. All army.
All army. Sana all.
Everyone.
All Villar.
Big name.
Pasok na kayo
all
dyan.
Villars, di ba?
Ayan.
Big names naka-payroll sa kanila.
Grabe.
Imagine kung gaano kabigat. So, ang galing din.
Totoo talaga yung kay Ella Cruz na yung mga sayo-sayo sa All-TV. Totoo ba yan? Or ano lang yan? Meme lang yan.
Hindi ko alam kung sila sa dyanan nila or ano pero
ano yung true or not Parang feeling ko mga Trollmaster din ano dyan. Advert. Parang you guys are asking for yung kay Ella Cruz, ang dami. Diba meron siyang gano'n. Ang daming reaction. Wala kaya, nakalimutan ko na ito yung US visit ni BBM. Ella Cruz!
Ella Cruz kasi.
Diba?
Pero parang, dun sa billionaires, parang wala si Villar. Nandun ba siya? Parang wala
Wala. Busy siya sa ito nila
Ella
Cruz na nila.
Kay Ella Cruz.
Yeah, medyo busy siya dito sa opening ng yeah, I mean, come on.
All TV.
Supposed to be there, di ba? Kasi pero soft opening naman daw, di ba? Soft opening, di ba? So, siguro
soft opening. So, ano pa, a few months pa yung sinakto nila na birthday ni PBBM. What's that? Sorry.
Oh, yeah, birthday. So, parang ano lang to, pang ano lang, trailer lang yan. Naging trailer siya.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Pero parang, hindi ko alam anong sabihin ko dyan sa All TV na yan Parang yung logo pa lang.
Pero they're getting smart din with how they handle itong parang yung mga shows, wala masyadong sitcom, wala masyadong more on reality, more on charity, tapos more on uniteam. It's a uniteam station So yun ang they're keeping with the team na uniteam.
Yeah. Si Tony.
Kulang na lang nga si Andrew
Yun nga sabi ko, for sure Andrew dapat dyan. Diba?
Oo yung kay Tony G, I think she will do Oprah style na talk show.
Yeah. Mga
so yun ang I believe ganun yung idea. Tapos yung kay Willie, tapos yung news ni Tonying. So ang galing din. Parang minimal cost,
high impact
possible doon sa high impact. So yun, ang gagastusan na lang nila yung mga artists, yung mga talent fee ng mga artists.
Pero yung
they will use as endorsers.
High impact ba? High impact pa yung yung mga sayaw na entry Hindi ko talaga. Manghirap na natin dyan. High impact natin. Pero bro, so si Tony G, yung chismis? 500 million daw yung talent fee? Ano ba yan? Totoo ba yan?
But that's possible. Kasi kung ilang taon naman yan,
sa bagay.
per episode, di ba? How many years yan, tapos per episode, how much will she get? If she gets 500,000 per episode, di ba? Tapos, it can add up to that. So, Tony Gonzaga really making bank talaga.
Sabi mo yan, ha? Okay. Pero I mean,
I don't know the exact figures, ha? Pero for sure, ang laki, malaki.
Kasi ikaw, maliit ka, tanong kita, alam mo yung mga talent pin na mga, basta mga, ay nako, mamaya tayo magseryoso, medyo, yung sa,
it's a good investment for Villar.
Logo ng All TV. Anong tingin mo sa logo ng All TV? Logo. Yung logo
simple
nila.
Lang.
Maraming doon. Para mas maganda pa yung high school project nila ng logo ng nila.
Saan ba tayo sa station? Parang normal lang, simple lang.
Parang hindi siya kasing flashy na I was expecting I was expecting more like Andrew E. impact level. Okay. Alright, seryoso na tayo. Tapos na yung All TV natin. Sub-episode. Yun na tayo. Okay, so overall, tingin mo kay Mark, hindi, ito, I'll be honest, kasi nung isang araw lang, kausap lang natin si a friend of mine from Washington, DC, si Greg Pauling, who's like, who knows what's happening. Ang mga Amerikano din tuwan-tuwa daw kay Marcos kasi after 6 years of Duterte, parang breath of fresh air bigla.
Yeah.
Diba? I mean, that's my term, by the way, not Greg's
so
term.
At least nakahinga tayo ng, 'di ba? Doon sa at least on that aspect. Kasi yung sa mga pogo, nagkaka-action na yung sa mga pogo, 'di ba? Naglalabasan na yung mga illegal
Yeah.
So on that end, we should be at least thankful
Yeah, medyo improvement. Medyo
improvement doon.
Sa lahat yan ang pinaka nag-react lahat. Pero tama ka. Minsan, lang yun, parang pangsulsul lang nila yan sa kabila. Just to get reaction and engagement. Which I do also to my trolls para na ma-trigger sila. Kasi tataas sa engagement natin pag ginawa natin ng mga ganyan. Hindi ko talaga kaya yan, bro. Ano nangyari? Oh, nasa ka na, Mark? Nawala ka na sa kakatawa. Wait lang. Mag-all tayo dyan. Nasa ka na, bro? Ayan na. Na si sa kakatawa na siya. Ano ba internet natin? Okay. Bakit ka na? Nag-change channel ka na, bro. Hindi ka na sumama sa All TV namin dito. Okay na yan. Tama na yan. Huwag na tayo magbardagulan masyado. Ito, mag-transition na tayo sa serious discussion. So obviously this will be our next episode. The thing is, by some ironies of history, by some ironies of history, yung speech ni Marcos in the UN, which is like their announcement of their arrival back on the world stage, ay nag-coincide dito sa 50th anniversary of martial law. What do you think about that irony, coincidence, whatever you want to call it? Kasi hindi naman niya mapili yung schedule niya exactly sa UN and all That's like internal UN na yan Naka-silent ka yata, Mark. On mo yung mic mo.
Nga.
Yeah,
yun, sorry. Hindi ko alam Basta it's what it is.
Yeah.
Talagang sumakto pa talaga sa 50th anniversary ng martial law.
Did you expect Marcos to say anything about it?
Kasi I knew na about dun sa event nung sa martial law day. Ang kwento nga doon, they asked Amy to come sa US. Kasama dapat si Amy sa US, sa Senadora.
Well, I mean, she said, yeah. I mean, makes sense. Yeah.
She said no. She wanted to stay here
and
to face
for the
kasi for sure maraming ingay about martial law, of course, nung Wednesday.
Kaya si Amy napaka-active and all online in the recent.
Yun. So I expected na it was going to be Amy and Bongbong yung Parang the whole US trip, wala pa akong except for the rallies, parang wala pang nabi-bring up and the whole US trip eh, 'di ba? Parang
Right.
it wasn't part of the whole ano.
Right.
And sinabi ko din sa vlog ko na yung sa empty yung empty speech na 'di ba?
Right.
Kahit hindi man aminin ng mga pro Marcos, masama ang tingin ng mundo ng most of the western countries. Masama ang tingin sa mga Marcos, 'di ba? Even
Not only Western,
kahit i-deny nila.
even sa mga ibang, I mean, look at what Lee Kuan Yew had to say about Marcoses, okay? Like,
Yeah. Oh, talagang hindi maganda yung tingin nila kay Marcos. Pero I think nga I think kaya nga he's there para ligawan.
Exactly.
So parang nanliligaw si PBBM eh. So
Right.
he wants that yun ang sinabi ko. Tapos na sila mag-rehab sa Pilipinas eh.
Right.
So the next phase of their rehab is sa US na, sa abroad na.
Yeah.
Para sa kanilang magkakapatid at para sa mga anak nila. Rebranding
Rebranding.
Para sa mga anak nila.
Right. For the next generation.
Baka his aim, 'di ba?
Right. This is the long game. The long game.
Baka gusto niyang maging parang Justin Trudeau o parang mga ganun yung is aiming for that na mga ganung
Trudeau yun talaga mo. Wow. Okay.
Parang ganon, 'di ba? So,
okay, bro.
Yun lang, there's always that baggage of what his father did.
Yeah. All right, let's keep it here. Actually, dapat short nga yung first episode natin. Tuloy dahil sa All TV, umaba itong
All TV umaba tuloy.
Okay, now we'll go to a more serious topic. So maraming salamat sa mga followers natin dyan, sa mga MOM followers, mga Models of Manila, followers ng Proj Pilipinas, mga Kameta, followers natin all around the world. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much for following us on this episode covering court politics, covering All TV, right? And covering BBM's
UN speech
and the supposed empty assembly, right? Although in fairness naman, medyo empty din dun sa mga ibang dignitaries na nagsalita. So few of them had more than the others. But we'll keep it there. Thank you very much and join us soon. Maraming salamat, Proj Pilipinas. Ito na, malapit na tayo.
Bye.
God willing. Thank you very much, Mark. Talk to you soon. Let's talk about martial law naman.
Okay.
Salamat.